Well, good morning everyone and welcome to Split. We have arrived. It is day one here. If yesterday was day 0, travel day, we arrived quite late last night, about midnight, which I'll talk about travel in a bit because the view that I'm looking at, I just cannot go over. Can you hear the birds singing as well as I'm filming this? This is literally insane. But this is currently my view. Oh my goodness, look. Look at that. Oh my word, I cannot get over this place. So I am currently on a family holiday, which I am so excited about. I feel like it's a bit dark, sorry, let me come over here whilst we have a bit of a chat. So I'm currently on a family holiday, which is so lovely because we have not been away together, I think, since about maybe like pre-COVID. It's literally been years, and there is 7 of us, which is a big group, all come away together, which is so lovely. So what we've decided to do is basically go all out this year. We thought it's been so long, there's such a big group of us, so we can kind of like obviously split the cost a little bit more. So we decided to get a private villa, which we've never ever done before, and I don't think I can go back. I don't think I can go back because this is just absolutely incredible. So it's a private villa, I would say in the heart of Split, but it's not exactly in the heart. It's like in the middle of the countryside, just outside of Split. It is literally insane. I will link this exact villa down below because I would say it's like a really good price, especially when there's a big group of you. It's pretty much the same price as if you were to stay at like a very bougie or like nice, you know, resort all-inclusive hotel kind of thing. So obviously we've got like our own kitchen, we're going to be doing our own cooking, making our own food, which is just going to be so lovely. So yes, we travelled yesterday. We have literally gone all out on this holiday. I'm not joking when I say this is the bougiest we've ever travelled. So I think I mentioned in my last vlog, if you saw to the end, that we Alex and I decided to treat everyone, and we got fast passes through security, which we were so grateful for. The queue didn't look too bad. I reckon it maybe would have taken about an hour to get through, but just to have skipped that was so lovely. So we arrived, the bag drop wasn't quite open when we arrived. I think we had to wait maybe about 15 minutes for the bag drop to open. We dropped our bags off, went straight through to security, and the other bougie thing that we decided to do is book the lounge. We've booked the lounge a couple of times at Gatwick before, when we've had like, you know, long journeys, or when we've been able to get like deals with it. It was £35 per person for the lounge, and one thing I would say is that it was just 110% worth it just to have a seat. Which sounds so ridiculous, but Gatwick was heaving, absolutely heaving. There were kids literally sitting on the floor, like everyone was just trying to desperately sit down, get a seat somewhere. Like the queues at the restaurants were absolutely nuts, which I reckon most of the queues for the restaurant would have been about half an hour to an hour. So normally when you're at the lounge, you get like a, so we went for the #1 lounge, which I've gone to a couple of times. And normally you get like a buffet, it's completely free drinks, and then you choose like, and you order one hot meal, and they give you like a little menu. I think just because of how busy it is and just for capacity, they weren't doing that. They just had like a little hot buffet as well. So there was like a salad bar, hot buffet. The food wasn't amazing, it wasn't great. You'd definitely get like a better tasting meal if you went to a restaurant, but just for the sake of having a definite seat, having a definite table, being in a more tranquil place as well, it was really relaxing. We're all just kind of like reading on our phones, just chilling out in comfy like squishy chairs until our gate was announced. Because we wanted to make sure that we got to the airport in plenty of time, so we were literally there about 3 hours before our flight. So yeah, so definitely say the lounge was worth paying £35 for the sake of getting a seat, for all the drink that we had, because we were all like, well, open bar, let's have a few drinks, let's get a little bit merry before the holiday. And obviously you were able to get a hot meal there as well, so it was nice, because especially because we were traveling over lunch and dinner. Our flight wasn't until 4 o'clock, so we arrived at Gatwick at about 1 lunchtime, and then by the time we got here it was like midnight, so we were traveling over lunch and dinner. So it was quite nice just to be able to like fill your boots, have a proper meal, have a good eatery before you got onto the plane. The flight ended up being delayed by about an hour and a half, I think it was, we were just sat on the tarmac. And this is something that I've heard so much from other people with flights at the moment. You're just sat on the tarmac for like no apparent reason, and that is exactly what we had. Our gate was announced, we went to the gate and they just didn't start boarding, and then it hit the time when we were supposed to have left, and we were like, nothing's happening. So we kind of went over to the you know, the staff, and we're just like, do we have an announcement? And they were like, yeah, the plane's there, the crew's there, we're not really sure why we've not been boarded. And we were like, okay. So about half an hour later we ended up getting boarded, we were all sat down ready to go, and then we just sat there, and we sat there some more. And again, we had no announcements, we had nothing. And then finally after about half an hour we had an announcement being like, oh, we're just waiting for a you know, runway time, hopefully in the next 10-15 minutes. About 45 minutes later we got a runway time. So it was a little bit like, it was a long day because we were on the plane for so long, you know, it was like very much just like not really being told anything, but I've kind of heard that from everyone at the moment. And the main thing for me is we had our bags. I literally, as we were stood at the carousel, I said to Alex, I said, I can't breathe until we have our bag with us. So everyone's got their bags, everyone's got everything we need, and that is the most important thing. So we didn't arrive till about midnight, but our concierge here was just so lovely. They were like waiting up for us to show us around the villa, give us the key and welcome us in, and it was just so wholesome. So let me give you a little bit of a tour of the villa. A few people are still asleep at the moment. It's only about 8:30 and already it's literally about 30 degrees. It's so warm today, so let me show you. So this is just where I have been sitting. It's just like a little outdoor sofa kind of area. We've got like a TV set up as well here, which has got Netflix and everything that you need on it. So I think I'm going to be spending a lot of time here. This is kind of like the dream because it's outside, inside. I'm definitely going to be taking inspiration from this for like our future home, because this is what I want. I love being outside, but I always want to be in the shade. So I have a feeling I'm going to spend a lot of time here. And then we've got like a little outdoor table, and the thing that Alex is most excited about, a barbecue. So he has promised us he's going to do a barbecue one night, which will be really lovely. Apparently it's a great one. He says it looks very exciting. And then let me flip you around to the pool. It's absolutely huge. I don't really know what I was expecting, but I definitely was not expecting one this big. Like, this looks like a standard swimming pool, like standard size swimming pool. And I just think because obviously it's like a private villa, I didn't think it would be this huge. It's absolutely massive. And bless the host here has literally left us like floaties. There's a few over there as well. It's very family friendly, which is quite nice. Oh my god, look at the birds. Did you see that? Oh wow. Yeah, it's very family friendly. So there's literally even over here like a little trampoline, like a little play park. As you can see, my mum's already put on a wash for her and my dad. Is that not the most mum thing you've ever seen? But yeah, we've got like our deck chairs out. There's enough deck chairs for absolutely everybody. There is also like an outdoor shower over here, which is really great. That's one of the rooms inside there. We've got like a little table tennis thing we can do, some more floaties that they left out for us. You've probably may have already seen this, because this I'm very excited about. A cute little, it's like just like a little herbaceous border that they've kind of got set up with some olive trees, lavender. It's absolutely beautiful here. It's literally in the middle of a forest, or almost like a farm. Like, I've been looking and it looks like, I don't know what they are over there, but there's definitely something growing. So we'll definitely have to have a bit of an explore and a wander, because I think it'll be amazing for photos. But look at that view. That is just absolutely incredible. And then this is the view of the villa from here. So it's like a really lovely, very modern, bougie villa. Like, it's super sleek, super chic. I absolutely adore it. That's our room in the corner there. So we share a balcony with the room next door, and then there's another balcony room here. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms. So we've got 3 couples and 1 by himself. His girlfriend couldn't make it, my little brother's girlfriend, bless him. But yeah, look at this. And then to take you inside, I'll give you a little tour of the downstairs area whilst people are still asleep. But we've got this absolutely amazing kitchen. It's like completely kitted out with everything that we need. I'm just gonna close the door. Completely kitted out with everything that we need. There's like a little bathroom in there, a little washroom so you can wash all your things, and then we've got a sofa set up over here as well. So one of the rooms is in there, and then the rest of the rooms are upstairs. We're in one of the upstairs room, and here is the gym as well. Alex has already taken himself off and is having a morning in the gym, because after a day of travel, that is literally all you want to do. So yeah, it's just amazing. So plan of action for today. I think today's just going to be a bit of a take it easy day, quite a chilled one, because obviously it's our first day. We literally arrived so late last night. I think we just want a bit of a day by the pool. We're obviously going to need to do a little bit of a food shop, get some supplies in. In terms of drink, we are fully stocked for drink. They have literally a bar full of spirits, Prosecco's, wines. We've been told to help yourselves. It is honestly so nice. The host is lovely. He came and met us last night. Apparently he only lives 5 minutes away, so he was like, you need anything, WhatsApp me, text me, I will be here. He's a super host as well. I think it was Airbnb or was it booking.com we booked it through. I think it was booking.com, but he is honestly, like, it's a private host. He is just the loveliest guy. He was giving us like all the recommendations of what to do, which is so nice, because sometimes when you come somewhere, you're never really sure what's actually worth doing, what's actually, you know, going to be beneficial. So it was really lovely of him just to kind of give us like a bit of a scope, a bit of a lay of the land, if you will. And yeah, we've got a fully stocked bar, so we're gonna have to do a bit of a food shop, get in some supplies. But other than that, I think it might be a bit of a day by the pool, taking in our surroundings, kind of taking stock of the area. I feel like that's always what you've got to do on day one of the holiday. So yeah, let the split vlog begin. I could not be happier to be here right now. Okay, I've just come upstairs because I have a few new things that I wanted to show you. Now, you might have noticed I don't have any of my regular jewellery on. I actually didn't travel in my jewellery yesterday, which I normally do, but I kind of just wanted a day completely off. I haven't even brought my Apple Watch with me, because when we went to Ibiza, I literally didn't wear it. I find that when it's this hot, I don't enjoy wearing the Apple Watch, and also especially because I fake tan, which I have put a fresh layer on so that I'm nice and bronzed for the holiday. I do find that it like rubs off my fake tan. Not gonna lie, one thing I'm a little bit worried about is just the chlorine in the pool. That was something that I absolutely loved about when we were in Ibiza, the hotel that we were staying at. It was a freshwater pool, and I definitely noticed a difference. I get really dry skin. My fake tan, it can like obviously come off quite easily with chlorine, and this is like a chlorinated pool, so I'm sure it will be fine, but it's just something that I'm like, oh, I feel like to made it perfect would have been a freshwater pool, because I don't really think I've ever stayed in a freshwater pool before Ibiza, and I really noticed a difference. Like, I didn't get really dry, I didn't get as itchy. I just find that chlorine is just never as good for your skin. I guess it's because it's obviously like very heavily chemicaled and things like that. Fun fact, I actually used to work at a swimming pool. One of my jobs was to top up the chlorine levels. Really wasn't a fun job, but completely off topic, you'll notice I wasn't wearing any of my jewellery. That is because I have some new bits that I wanted to show you. Obviously you guys know I'm a Pandora ambassador, and I'm going to be shooting some content whilst I'm out here. I thought it'd be really fun. Obviously, as it is a family holiday, I'm not going to do too much on Instagram, but that's a lie. I have lots of outfits planned. I am so excited about being here. It's one of the things I just love about my job, is that I get like excited to do things like this, excited to shoot in new locations like this. So yeah, really excited about that. But I've brought my little Pandora jewellery box with me, and I've got some new bits that I wanted to show you, because there are some really gorgeous bits in here. Real like holiday jewellery. I know a lot of you guys are going on like quite late holidays this year. I always forget how late the school holidays break up. I guess obviously not having children, not being in kind of like the education sector, you kind of forget about like when the timelines are. And yeah, I was like, oh, it's starting to feel like we're coming to the end of summer, and then everyone's like, oh, summer's started, and I'm like, oh, the summer holidays have started. So I know a lot of you guys have trips booked. So okay, hang on, this is gotten a little bit tangled in the journey. Okay, I think we just first need to take a moment for everything in here. Look how pretty it looks. I absolutely adore this jewellery box. You can actually buy this, so I will link it down below as well. But you might be able to tell from this, I've gone for a bit of a colour scheme. I have no gold jewellery with me. I'm really loving silver at the moment. I'm going for a very like holiday vibes, beachy vibes, pearl, silver, that kind of thing. And I just thought, you know what, I'm not even going to take any gold jewellery with me. The only thing I've got for a little bit of colour is a bit of rose gold, because I feel like rose gold goes really well with silver. Like, they pair really nicely together. But oh, it looks so pretty. So I need to show you the new pieces that I have got which first of all I am absolutely obsessed. So I'm really going for a theme here, a silver and pearl theme, and when I saw this necklace on a Pandora I just fell in love. So it's this really gorgeous half pearl, half kind of chain necklace. I think I would probably mainly wear it that way. How bougie is that? Oh my goodness. So these are freshwater pearls, which I really like freshwater pearls because they feel obviously like very, well, they are real, but like they're just not as expensive. So you're not wearing something that's like, you know, faux pearls. They're not plastic or anything like that. Like, they sound really lovely. They feel a little bit weighty, which is really nice, and they look absolutely amazing. I quite like it when pearls look a little bit imperfect, because obviously that really does go to show that they are real. When you've got a set of pearls, like a string of pearls that's just perfect, you're like, okay, well, that's obviously not a real set. So I've got that, and I also picked up a new silver chain. So you can get the chains on Pandora really easily, and I've decided to put my pearl pendant. So I basically have this pearl pendant twice now. I've got one with a silver chain and one with a gold chain, and it just means I can wear it like however and whenever I want, with whatever combo I want to, because I really love this. I love wearing it with all my gold jewellery, and I also thought it'd be really nice to wear on holiday as well. So I thought, lay it up. Oh my goodness, that is absolutely gorgeous, layered up with that pearl necklace. I think I maybe need to put on a shorter one, hang on. How gorgeous does that look? Oh, I'm so obsessed. I feel like it goes really well with this. I'm literally just wearing, this is my little H&M, it's like a cover-up shirt dress type thing, sarong, throwover, whatever you want to call it, and I feel like it goes really well because it's got that like V neck, and I always think V necks sit really nicely with more kind of like pendant necklaces. So I absolutely adore how they look together. Now the next pearl piece that I picked up is this absolutely gorgeous bracelet. So again, it's like half chain, half pearl, and I thought this would be such a lovely one to add into my collection. I really love the chains. I don't know if this is part of the Pandora Me collection. Most of the chains are Pandora Me, but I really like them because they are a little bit like, I don't want to say like old school, but I just feel like they're quite easy to wear. They're quite lightweight, like they layer up really nicely, so I love how that looks. I think that's really cool. Just love the pearls. Look at them, they are so beautiful. I definitely think I need to get a second one of these so that I can like layer two together, but what I thought I would do is layer them with some other silver jewellery bits. So I picked up this, which I don't have in my collection. It's basically a bangle, but with more of a snake chain kind of a wraparound going around it. I thought that'd be really nice. Now, one thing I will say with the bangles is definitely size down in them. When it comes to sizing with Pandora, it's obviously really straightforward. It's just like is it centimeters, I think, on your wrist. So it's not too difficult to kind of like work out what size you need to be. But with the bangles, I do find I always have to size down. But look how cute they look together. Oh my goodness, absolutely gorgeous. I love that so much. Now I also brought my other kind of like silver bracelets, which you would have already seen. So I've got the one that was one of the first Pandora pieces I ever received, and that is my gorgeous, just a classic bangle with the rose gold clasp. I really like this because the rose gold clasp is very subtle, like it's not too in your face that it's rose gold, and as I said, I find that silver and rose gold go really well together. I'm trying to like balance this on my knee as I'm talking to you. I then have two snake chain bracelets that I brought with me, which I absolutely love. One's got the classic closure and one's got the ball closure. I also picked up the other day, oh my goodness, I need to show you this, because if you're like me and you get shellac done on your nails, the Pandora bracelets will destroy them, literally destroy them. So I actually picked this up the other day, which I haven't actually opened yet. It is a Pandora clasp opener, and it's basically this really cute little keychain which you can put on your keys, you can kind of just keep in your jewellery box, and it's just this little heart, and you use the tip of the heart to open all your Pandora bracelets, and it basically saves your nails. It's what all the girls in Pandora use. Like if you work in Pandora, all of them use it, obviously because they don't want to ruin their nails. They're opening and closing them every day, and especially if they're new, they're obviously a lot more stiffer when they're new. So yeah, I picked that up, it was literally £10. So would definitely recommend grabbing that. But the other new pieces, let me show you. Okay, so I definitely have to show you these earrings. These are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. These silver pearl earrings, I've had my eye on these for quite a while now, and I just thought they would be such a lovely addition. Really am going for this like very holiday-esque, very pearl and silver theme, and I'm absolutely loving it. Oh my goodness, look how beautiful they are. They're just the loveliest little drop pearl earrings with like a silver kind of hoop going around your ear, and these are obviously like, you can take them out and you can add like different things. That's one thing I really love about all the Pandora like pieces. Basically they're completely mix and match, and one thing that I saw they were doing in store actually is swapping different like little charms, just like the little ones, the kind of like more dainty ones, and they were just like swapping them out. You could like double them up, you could put like a few different things on like one pair of earrings compared to the other. I just thought it was so cool. So I thought they were so lovely. Obviously go perfectly with the pendant necklace. They go really nicely with the little pearl. Oh, I love these. I absolutely love these. I've seen actually Dior have done a really similar bracelet to this. It's basically this, but instead of like the silver chain going round, it's just like a little gold Dior like D. That's literally the only difference, but I am so obsessed with this little stack so far. Okay, and then rings, I've got a couple of new ones to show you. So you would have already seen, I've had this in my collection a little while. This is a June birthstone ring, which I absolutely adore, and I decided to pick up August. So Alex's birthday is in August. He's a Leo baby, and I really liked the green. I thought that was really lovely. So I thought that they would stack so beautifully together. I love how that looks. I mean, obviously green is very in, and actually you will see with my outfits, I have a bit of a color scheme with my outfits this holiday, a bit of a green, white and black color scheme, which I just thought would be really fun, because like obviously we're surrounded by the forests. I'm not so much by the sea, so I'm not really feeling like the blue and white vibes that I normally do when I'm on holiday, but I thought green, black and blue would be really cool to kind of like really embrace that like greenery, the forestry that surrounds us while we're here. Of course I'm going to wear my halo hoop as well, my halo ring, literally my fave. So many of you guys have bought this as well because I've shown you it. Right, the other rings that I picked up, so I picked up this one, which is from the Pandora Me one. Now if you don't know the Pandora Me well enough, it's basically their more kind of like affordable range within Pandora. They've obviously got their Brilliance collection, which is like their diamonds, their very luxury collection, and then they've got like their gold collection, and then they've got Pandora Me, which is another one, and it's basically just like more accessible. I'd say it's a bit more kind of like younger generation focus, very like Gen Z, quite cool. Their ambassadors are usually like really cool people. Like I think the current ambassador is Addison Rae, I believe her name is, the big TikTok star. I met her at an event with Pandora and I didn't know who she was, and everyone was very embarrassed by me, but I'm not really like into that kind of thing. Anyway, the next one I picked up is this really cute little like bubble one. It's absolutely adorable, and I thought it would look really nice with the pearls. It kind of almost looks like a pearl bracelet, but obviously it's not a pearl ring, sorry. I thought those would stack really beautifully together. And then the last one I picked up, you guys know how much I adore my wishbone rings that I've got, so I picked up a silver wishbone ring, which again stacks really nicely with these. I just think they look so cool. I think I might take off this one actually. It's a little bit more, it's not quite as like silver and like sparkling as the other two. Yeah, I really like how that looks. I think that's a really lovely stack. So obviously you can wear them individually, you can wear them like paired up, but I thought they were just so lovely. So yeah, I think that's going to be my stack today. I will of course show you basically the jewellery that I'm going to be wearing throughout the week, my kind of like different mixes, my different stacks. I thought that would be really fun, but especially because I'm going to be shooting the content, I wanted to just deck myself out in all of my new pieces. So I wanted to show you the new in bits, the pearls, the earrings, the necklaces. I'm so obsessed. It will all of course be linked down below for you guys. So yeah, some new gorgeous holiday jewellery. Okay, so I've just been doing a few outfits this morning, and I just wanted to show you how cute the little Forever New dress is. Look at it. Just look at this. Is this not just a holiday dream? I've got it on with my little Bowden slides, my Loewe basket bag, and a cute little bow hat, and I've got my Valentino sunglasses on, which I'm just loving, absolutely loving. I really like this more kind of like sleek, a little bit smaller sunglass style at the moment. So yeah, Northern Chiller just goes really, really well with the dress. I think this is probably my favourite outfit of the holiday. Okay, so I've just finished shooting the Pandora ad. Oh my goodness, I feel like you can really see how glowy I am, but I'm so happy with how the pictures turned out. I absolutely love this stack. I definitely think this is my favourite stack that I have ever done. The pearls just complete the look, and it pairs so beautifully with the forever new dress. So if the photos aren't already live on my Instagram, they will be going up imminently. If they are, I will link it down below. Please go and give the ad some love, because it was a hot shoot, it was a tough shoot, but I absolutely adore how the pictures turned out. Okay, so had a really good shoot of a few outfits this morning. So happy with how the Pandora content turned out, and I'm now ready for a morning chilling by the pool. It's pretty much afternoon by this point. An afternoon chilling by the pool. So got my little pool outfit on. I'm well aware that in terms of like heading to the pool, it's literally a case of walking downstairs, but I still like to look cute. So I've got a cute pair of little white plissé trousers on, which I really love. I'm just wearing my little Havaiana flip-flops because I prefer to wear these by the pool because they're waterproof. I always worry with things like leather that they're gonna stretch if they get wet, so I like to wear them, you know, as I'm going in and out the pool. I might chuck my hair up in a bun just to get it out of my way and out of my face and off the back of my neck. So I'm wearing my really cute little sage green, like Hansa G-esque bikini, swimming costume, sorry. This is like a really lovely one piece, super easy to wear, super simple. There's like no padding or anything like that, but it's just such a nice one, and it's got quite a low back as well, so it's great for tanning. I've just got a little linen shirt over the top, my little fedora, my Valentino sunglasses, and my favourite basket bag for chilling by the pool because it just fits in everything that you need. This is from the Straw Basket Company, and it's a really, really great one if you're not looking to spend a huge amount of money. Obviously, I love my Loewe, but this is such a great one just for like chucking around. It's just as good quality, so lovely, and you can get it personalised. So I've got a little EM on it. I often get questions, I'm like, what's EM? I'm like, my initials. So yeah, pool outfit for the day, ready for a day of just chilling, relaxing, and soaking up the sun.
Something's in the air, I can feel it everywhere. Every color seems to bloom, and there's light in every room. Now that you're looking up, I can see it in your eyes that lately it's been tough. But now the sun is rising, and we're new people. Let's be new people. There's summer. Don't let me down, down, down. Don't let me down, down, down. I wanna be up, up, up. So
Well, I think it is safe to say that we have whiled away our first day here in Split. We've literally just had the loveliest afternoon, just dipping in and out of the pool, having a swim, laying in the sunshine. It has been so heavenly. I've just taken my necklaces off because I didn't want to ruin them in the water. They are okay to go into the water, but other than I kind of took all the pearl stuff off and just kept the silver on it just to make sure. What you can hear in the background is this one is currently prepping a lovely barbecue that we're going to have tonight. We thought we can't let that amazing barbecue go to waste. So we've got chicken and burgers on the menu tonight, and Alex is going to be cooking for everyone, which I'm really looking forward to because he is an absolute barbecue maestro. We've had quite a few barbecues at our place recently, so it's a different one. This is like an open one. We've not done coal and wood. Is it coal and wood?
Yeah.
Coal and wood. Yeah, we've not done that before. So I am currently sous chefing, which basically means just sitting around keeping him company and looking pretty. But it's going to be really lovely just to celebrate our first proper night here in Split, to really make the most of being in the villa, really making the most of all the amenities and everything that it's got, and having a really lovely family barbecue. day 2 here in sunny Split. Honestly, having the most wonderful time. I left you last night, it's a little bit windy, sorry. I left you last night when we were having the lovely barbecue that Alex did for us, which was so nice. We did like chicken, burgers. It was really fun to have like our own barbecue that we can cook from. That is obviously one of the loveliest things about staying at a villa compared to, you know, like an all-inclusive hotel or something. I should probably take these off as I'm talking to you. The biggest difference between, you know, a villa and an all-inclusive hotel is obviously being able to cook for yourself, being able to decide what you want, not stuffing yourself at like the buffet every breakfast. So yeah, it was really lovely. In terms of gluten-free things here, it's not great, I'm not gonna lie. I've been to different places and I found that the gluten-free options is like sometimes great and sometimes really not great. It's not fab here. When we went to the supermarket yesterday, there was not a lot of options for me, so I'm pretty much going to be living off fruit and salad. I've spoken about before, but I am trying to add little bits of gluten here and there to my diet, so I can try and add a few bits, you know, maybe have like a slice of toast for breakfast, but I do have to be careful. I definitely can't have too much. I did have like a burger bun last night and I felt myself getting a bit of a headache as I was going to bed, so I took myself to bed quite early just to make sure that it didn't like grow into a full-blown migraine. But this morning I am looking like a bit of a wilderness explorer today. I am loving this vibe. It's really windy today actually, oh my goodness. I'm really loving this vibe. So I've got on my Valentino sunglasses, I've got my little fedora because we are heading out to Split Town Marina, I think we're going to. We're going for a bit of a wander and a bit of an explore. So I've got like a proper explorer's outfit on. I've just got a little black racer vest and a pair of white linen shorts just so that I'm like super comfy and making sure that I've got, you know, nice layers. I'm also going to be bringing just a white linen shirt to throw over my shoulders because you know what I'm like, guys. I do not burn my shoulders. I don't like having them out all day because I just don't fare well in the sun. But in terms of jewellery today, so I've got on my little Pandora pearl earrings, which I really like because I've tied my hair back just to kind of like get it off my face. And I've gone for a low pony so that the hat fits on like okay, and I feel like the pearls just really add a little something to the outfit. I feel like often when I'm doing like low buns, I'm wanting a lot more of these like really nice earrings just to kind of like dress up the hair a little bit, you know, when you've not got like your full hair on. Having nice jewellery on, I feel like really makes a difference. I've gone for my halo ring on this hand today, and I've gone for the 2 bangles actually. So my new bangle, let me go this way actually, that might be easier. So I've got my new bangle on and then my old rose gold bangle from Alex with the halo ring. Then on this hand I'm going for the 2 little gemstones, and I've paired my pearl ring with, this is actually the Pandora Me chain bracelet, which was my first Pandora Me purchase, and I really love it. It's definitely one of the most affordable pieces that you can get on Pandora, but I think you wouldn't know it, like it doesn't look any different from the rest of my jewellery. I'm not gone for a necklace just because I've got quite a high neck with this racer, so I thought I'm not gonna gild the lily, I'm just gonna keep it quite simple, a little bit sleek, a little bit, you know, clean girl aesthetic. So yeah, really excited to be heading down to Split Town Centre. Of course I will take you guys along with me. We can have a good old explore, have a wander around the marina and do a bit of tourist sightseeing. So we have just arrived into Split now. I definitely think we chose the right day because it is rather cloudy today. There's actually rain due later this afternoon. So definitely the right day to come down into kind of the, you know, main town centre. But we have just arrived to Croatia's World Heritage Site, their UNESCO protected site. It is a palace which was built for a Roman emperor, which is really interesting. We have booked a private tour guide who has just been telling us a little bit of info about it. Apparently he was the first emperor ever to abdicate his reign, which is absolutely insane. And he had this built for him as basically a retirement home. It's now like an actual city inside the walls, so it used to just be like a palace, you know, for the emperor and his family. It's now a full-on city where people live, work, breathe, everything like that. They've got restaurants, they've got you know, like supermarkets, things like that. So it's really interesting. It's like we've got some guys posing here that you can get a photo with, but it's absolutely insane. So we're just about to head inside now.
Dime, ¿cuántas veces me volviste demente? Ahora sin ti estoy tan solo, no es fácil. Te quiero, baby, hasta que nazca el sol, hasta que nazca el sol. Dime, ¿cuántas veces me volviste demente? Ahora sin ti estoy tan solo, no es fácil. Te quiero, baby, hasta que nazca el sol, hasta que nazca el sol.
That means this is north. We met each other here. This is the north wall, south wall, west wall, east wall. So this is really the sketch like Grecian palace looked more or less in the 4th century. Okay, so we met each other here. Originally, the Grecian palace had 16 towers around. Today we have only 3 left. One on the left that we saw when we were sitting on a small wall. The second one is behind those trees. And third one is the southeast corner tower. Here we are going to see because we are going to end our tour here. Not on the sea, but we have a promenade now, don't worry. So, we met each other here. We went to the north entrance, and this is the Cardo Street, going from north all the way to the south. Decumanus, connecting west, connects west and east. You see, it's a cross and it's a square in the middle. North part was servants, guards, and slaves in these constructions, buildings, and south part was only for the emperor, his wife, daughter, and servants. If we went down through here, this is a chocolate store now. It's easier now to imagine. Okay, so these parts we don't have anymore. We had them till 1944, for a really long time. And then, unfortunately, in the Second World War, the Grecian palace was bombed one day with 600 bombs. And we lost major parts of the palace. Until then, we almost had it like it was. Different, of course, especially south part because it was more changed in Salona refugees, but we had those. Now we don't have it, which means we turned right here to the small street, and now we're standing here. These black dots were in that time arches that were going around because there were stables for horses there and home of slaves. Upper level was for servants and guards. So if you're staying here, this black dot is the arch above your head. Sorry. So this is the original part of this building construction here. So we don't have maybe everything in one piece, but we have parts that are still here. Every stone is from the 4th century, put in here in 4th century by the Egyptian slaves, the Roman slaves, and it's still standing. It was open, so we didn't have water now like we have today. This is from Venetians. And it was open, so they were like all arches as you can see here. No, arch, and then in a square shape around. This was like a courtyard for horses and slaves. The south part was really changed because refugees first inhabited this part as it was very well organized after the emperor. That's why they didn't need 5 dining rooms, or 4 living rooms, or I don't know, 6 bathrooms of the emperor. They just need a place to live. So they smashed everything and they rebuilt this part by their own measures into small houses. That's why today here we have a normal neighborhoods. There are no chambers in one piece, but we know where they were. So we have some basic walls, remains of the chambers. So today we have a promenade that's called the Riva, which is a shortcut of Riviera, and we got it from French government because we were also under the French people. 200 years ago, Napoleon sent the French Marshal Marmont to introduce states with European benefits. So they built us a promenade, they introduced us with the street lights, most houses, and they made it really a lot for the city. So we have now a promenade, nice high one to walk in front of it. This building here, this is an octagon building. It was a mausoleum, the grave of the emperor. He was buried inside. You know, like the pharaohs, they were buried in pyramids. Emperors, they had those like mausoleums. But because he was really against Christians, Christian. Why? Because of course he thought he was the son of God, the son of Jupiter, the main god. So he was prosecuting them. He was the cruelest Roman emperor in the history of the world against Christians. Usually they would be caught, decapitated, crucified, or grilled alive by the order of the emperor. When he died, he was buried inside. But Christians arrived because after the Milan edict in 313, Christians entered the Roman cities. And they were really mad at Romans. So they didn't split their palace or they did to any Roman city in the world. They destroyed any sign or symbol. The Romans ever lived in those cities. What they didn't destroy, they, convert or reuse. Secunda. So they entered the building, okay? the mouse over here, took his nose, throw them away, and put also this bishop, Louis, inside, and proclaimed his grave, the cathedral. Okay? The bell tower in front, it arrived a long time after that. So this is today a cathedral from inside, from outside it's a mausoleum. Like we are going to go there now, but just it's easier to imagine like that. Yeah. Okay?
We have just been told the coolest fact. So the entire palace is made out of limestone stone, and they've been having to rebuild some of the palace just to kind of maintain it. This is the exact same stone as this, but about 200 years apart. How mad is that? Absolutely crazy. Another thing that we found out is the emperor who lived here was the first emperor to introduce purple as a royal colour, because he was obsessed with bougainvillea, which always like grew obviously around the palace and things like that. So this kind of flower up here, if you watch my Ibiza vlog, you would have seen that I was obsessed with the bougainvillea in Ibiza. So he was the first one that ever wore purple robes. Before that it was always like a dark maroony red colour. So he is the first person to have introduced purple as a royal colour. Absolutely fascinating. I love these kinds of doors. So the bougainvillea that grows in Croatia is this gorgeous purple colour. Obviously you can get bougainvillea in white. In Ibiza it was all pink, but here it's purple, and it's absolutely insane. Look at the size of that.
¿Cuántas veces me volviste demente? Ahora sí que estoy tan solo, no es fácil. Te quiero, baby, hasta que nazca el sol, hasta que nazca el sol.
I don't know if you can hear that, but the thunder is coming. It is definitely going to rain this afternoon. Are you excited for the thunder?
I am.
You can just hear it. Look at that size difference, Alex. I cannot get you in the frame.
Hang on. There we go. There we go.
There we go. That works.
I'm about the same height now.
Goodness me, it is a little while later now. It's going to be really echoey here in the bathroom, so I do apologise. I've already shown you like a tour of our room. It's kind of a bomb site, but this is our lovely bathroom. We're the only room that doesn't have a walk-in shower. We've got like an over bath thing, which we're absolutely fine with. Like, we think is great. It's got like a waterfall shower, and it's got, you know, like a body shower, so it is fab for us. The only thing is that it is like a proper leap for me to get into it, but that's absolutely fine. We've got like a his and her sink in here, so it's a really, really lovely bathroom. So today we did in fact get caught in the rain. I think the last time I spoke to you was just as we heard the thunder coming, and I said to Alex, I was like, I can hear it, I guarantee it's going to be a big storm. And literally about 10-15 minutes later, it downpoured. Absolutely downpour. We had to make a complete sprint for it, to find like a restaurant, sit and have some lunch, try and dry off, because we were soaked through. I was literally running with my shirt over my Loewe because I didn't want to ruin my Loewe basket bag, because she's literally my baby and I don't want to get the basket bag wet. So I was literally sprinting with my basket bag. Alex was like, you look like you're cradling a baby. I'm like, I am cradling a baby. My Loewe is my baby. It was honestly the funniest thing. So I've just literally the first thing I wanted to do when I got back to our little villa is to jump straight into the shower, have a hair wash, and just completely refresh. That is literally all I needed to do. I just needed a full-on refresh. So I'm currently quite fresh-faced. Haven't actually done my skincare because I thought I would quickly just show you my current holiday skincare. I've tried to keep it really simple. In terms of luggage, I actually didn't have my own suitcase. I have no idea what that noise is, so I've just shut the window, so hopefully that stops. But I haven't done my skincare yet. What was I saying? Oh, that was it. Didn't have my own suitcase. Alex and I shared a 23-kilogram suitcase just to kind of like save costs, because this isn't like a, you know, like a all-inclusive holiday or something like that where it's all, you know, in the price. We had to pay for like the case going out and the case going back, and we've got a washing machine here. We were like, we don't need too much stuff, so we shared a suitcase. It was still over. It was 25 kilograms. The check-in guy was so sweet and was like, I'm gonna let this through, and just put like a little sticker on being like heavy bag, but he did say to me it might not be as nice coming back, so if there's like products in there that you can use, try and use them to empty, because this suitcase needs to be lighter as you are coming home. So yeah, so I've kept it really simple, really stripped back, but just kind of like the core basics of what I need for my holiday skincare. I feel like I'm literally looking really washed out here. It's because I'm like right beside a window. I feel like I'm literally the same colour as my towel, which is such a shame because I was just looking in the mirror thinking, I love how nice and tanned I looked. But for eyes, I'm using the Clinique Moisture Surge Eye 96 Hour Hydro Filler. This is such a good one. I use this morning and evening. If you're like me, you've got quite sensitive skin, I find that serums are a lot better on my eyes than like creams. I find creams usually make me quite puffy and they make my eyes quite sore, quite heavy. I wake up in the morning and they're just like stinging at me. So this one I really like. I don't have like eczema or anything, but I think this is like great for sensitive skin and all of that jazz. And then in terms of like serums and stuff, I've literally brought 2 things with me. Number 1 for kind of like glowing, replenishing, resurfacing my skin, and then 1 for like rehydrating and adding in, because I didn't bring this when we went to Ibiza and I really regretted it. I always find that my skin gets so dry when I'm on holiday, so anything that's gonna like moisturize it, replenish it is key. So the first one is the Elemis Pro Collagen Renewal Serum, which I really am loving. It's such a lovely one. It's a retinol alternative, so it's great if you're going somewhere sunny and you don't want to bring retinols because you're worried about, you know, obviously you're not supposed to kind of like still have the sun if you're wearing retinol. So it's really nice to not have to like worry about that, but still have something that's pretty much just as good. It's like a really nice one of just kind of resurfacing and zhuzhing your skin, giving it a new lease of life. And then the other one that I've brought is the Ren Clear Skin Omega-3 Oil. So this one is such a great one if you are looking to basically just get really oily. I would not use this during the day, so your makeup will not stay with this. It is a proper like greasy oil. I usually find I have to wash my hands afterwards because the glow you get from this, I mean, look at that. It literally is so oily, but I absolutely love it because it's basically just giving my skin a good old drink. And I always can tell how dry my skin is depending on how quickly this sinks in. I don't think it's too dry today because it's not sinking in as quickly, but some days it literally just goes and just drinks it up. And then lastly, I brought 2 moisturizers with me. For the morning, I'm using the Clinique Moisture Surge 100 Hour Auto Replenish Hydrator. This is a really great one. It's a gel cream, so I find it's really good at making sure you're moisturized and hydrated without it being like greasy, without it being too much. I find especially if I'm wearing like, you know, obviously lots of SPFs and like I'm sweating a lot, heavy duty moisturizers are just not the one for me. So whenever I go to a hot country, I always use like a gel moisturizer. This one is a great one. But for the evening, I'm going full on pamper mode and I'm using my La Mer cream. So this is my La Mer Creme de la Mer moisturizing cream. This is the intense one, and this is a great one for the evening because it's just really like thick. It's really lovely. Again, just a drink for your skin. I actually got this as a birthday present. I would say La Mer is one of those brands that I would not spend the money on that like as a regular moisturizer, but as something as like a treat. If you're looking to get something as a birthday present for someone, it's kind of the perfect present to get the person that has everything they already want. You know, we all have those brands that they literally just every time they want something, they just go out and buy it. So when it comes to their birthday, you're always like, well, I have no idea what to buy them because everything they want, they've already bought themselves. It's a great one for that because it's just like everyone loves a nice moisturizer, everyone loves good skincare, and it's like a bougie thing that you wouldn't really buy yourself. I got this for my birthday as well, so definitely one to get as a present. But oh, honestly, I just absolutely love it. I also rub it into my lips as well, just for an extra kind of layer of moisturization. And then to finish off, I'm just using the Clinique Moisture Surge Lip Hydro Plump Treatment on my lip. I do find that my lips get super dry when I'm on holiday, so it's really nice to have an extra layer, especially if you're using lip balms and things. If you're using lipstick whilst you're on holiday, I think that's my 5 o'clock alarm. It is indeed. No video tonight though, so that's fine. I have an alarm that goes off every night at 5 just so that I'm like always making sure I'm on it with my upload so that I never miss an upload. But yeah, that's my current skincare. I'm then going to use in terms of moisturizer my Aveeno. I brought that one because I was debating between that and my Elemis. I brought the Aveeno because I kind of figured that it's better to bring something that's really moisturizing, really intense, really hydrating, but completely scent free. I do, as I said, like I do find it, especially on holiday, you're in chlorine a lot, you're in and out of aircon, like you've got sun cream on every day. It's a lot for your skin to be dealing with. So I basically just want to make sure that each evening I'm giving my skin a full reset. I'm really hydrating it, I'm really replenishing it so it doesn't get too dry, it doesn't get like aggravated or stressed out or anything like that. So yeah, this is basically me for the evening. We're gonna have a bit of a night in tonight. I think we're just gonna have like an easy dinner, watch some telly. Everyone's just so tired after today. Like, it was so much fun. It was so interesting as well. I really love doing these like history sessions whenever I go on holiday. It's so lovely to have like a proper tour guide, have someone show you around. There's two types of tours that you can do. You can either do like a group one, but they said that the group ones were 20 people. When we looked, we're so glad we didn't book a group one because there was about 40 people there. And as you saw, the streets were so narrow, it was so tight. So I feel like the people in the back of the group would not have been able to hear their tour guide at all. So we booked a private one for all 7 of us. And she was so lovely, she was so informative. Like, we felt that we could ask loads of questions. And she told us so much about the history of the kind of like old palace walls. And so much of it you wouldn't know. There's no signs about, there's no markings, there's no information. So you have to book a tour. Apparently it's like one of, I think she said it's the only living UNESCO site. So there's lots of different rules for this UNESCO site compared to like other World Heritage sites, because people are still living there. They're, you know, shopping there, they're working there, they've got businesses there. And then one of the biggest things with it is obviously normally when you go to a World Heritage site, there's loads of information, there's loads of posters, there's loads of things about. There's not here. So it's kind of really interesting how it just feels like a small city centre, like an old town. It doesn't really feel like you're in a palace. It's so interesting, but it's so nice to have her to be able to tell us like what it used to look like, what was built when, because some of it was you know, knocked down and built in like the 18th century. Some of it was post-war. It was really sad. Apparently it got like 6 bombs during the war, and when we were trying to work out, we were like, wait, which side would have been bombing Croatia? I think it would have been Britain. And we all just sat there like, oh, I feel so guilty. So yeah, so a lot of it has been like rebuilt in different periods. Things have been like redone, but then like things have been reused for buildings and things like that. So it was just so interesting to see, and so lovely to have had her be able to give us the full history of it. So I'm going to get into my PJs, spend the rest of the night like this. It's the best thing about being in a villa, is that you can have a bit of a lazy night and not feel guilty about it. But I will catch you guys in the morning for more adventures here in Croatia. We've got a really fun day planned tomorrow, so I cannot wait. Now that is what they call a tropical thunderstorm. I don't know how well you can see it. If you look closely at the swimming pool, you can see the rain coming down. Oh my goodness, did you just see that? I'm waiting for the thunder to come now. This is absolutely nuts. So much fun to watch from inside. It was definitely a movie night, not going out kind of a night, because this is nuts. Oh my goodness.